Thumbs up on this video if you think that the Alabama defense is the backbone of this team right now. I was putting together my Wake Up Bama podcast for Tuesday morning, so I was running over the stats. These stats are incredible for Alabama's defense, and really another reason that I'm confident going into this game against the Auburn Tigers, okay? Let me read these out for you. These are going to be amazing stats to you. I'm telling you. You want a good video? Here's a good video, all right? Alabama's defense overall in the entire country is ranked number 9. Number 9, fam, okay? Now, out of all the other teams that are still eligible to make the playoffs or in playoff contention, just within the top 10, Ohio State has the number 1 defense in the country. Oregon has the number 3 defense in the country. Indiana has the number 4 defense in the country. James Madison from the group of 5, they have the 5th ranked defense. Texas Tech number 7, Alabama number 9, okay? And can we all agree that Alabama has played a more challenging schedule than each of those teams I just rattled off? I would say 100%, okay? I fully understand that they allowed 34 yards against Eastern Illinois, and I understand who they played. But I will tell you what, Hunter Yurachek, you better do the same stat research that I just did, because in this last Tuesday, when you were in front of the nation, you highlighted part of the criteria being that Alabama needed to run the ball, okay? They had 8 rushing touchdowns, okay? But you better highlight that defense, and I really hope that the committee takes into account Alabama's defense. It's been stellar. It really has. And this has been a constant. They didn't have a good showing against Eastern Illinois. They didn't have a good showing against Louisiana Monroe. They had good showings against Missouri, top 25, against Georgia, top 25, Vanderbilt, top 25, right? What this team has done collectively on defense has been stellar. Let me read you a couple more statistics, okay? Third down defense, that's going to tell me so much about your defense overall. Number 22 in the nation, holding opponents to just 33%. That's outstanding. Outstanding, okay? Run defense, top 35 in the nation. That's an area that has greatly improved, okay? And I'll tell you what, and I was watching Auburn today, and I was watching Ashton Daniels against Vanderbilt, and I'm telling you, the guy, he's a great runner. He threw some really great passes in this game, over 300 yards, and Alabama's defense is going to have to answer the bell because this guy can run the ball. Whatever quarterback that they go with, I would imagine it's Daniels, but if they go with Deuce Knight, if they go with if they go with all 3, these guys can run the ball. So once again, they're going to have to answer the bell against a team that has a running quarterback. And last year they struggled. This year they faced some quarterbacks that can run the ball, but they've done a lot better job. And those inside linebackers are playing really outstanding football, okay? All right, the run defense, mentioned that. The passing defense, absolutely elite. Elite, okay? Number 4 in the country. Number 4. Passing for, over 200 yards against his team is a very challenging task. And they've gone up against some very good quarterbacks, very notable quarterbacks in college football. Let's think about them, okay? Bo Pribula, he was mentioned, right? Diego Pavia, Garrett Nussmeier, John Mateer, Gunnar Stockton, who, by the way, has been balling out of control, right? I thought they made John Mateer look pretty mid, and I was really excited to see what he could do this year, what he could do from a talent standpoint in the SEC. But, man, Alabama, like I continue to say, it was self-inflicted wounds against Oklahoma, right? But they faced very challenging quarterbacks, right? Some other good news. You got Koe Rusa. He's back. We saw him against Eastern Illinois, and he'll be healthy for this game against Auburn. I think it's huge. You have him. You pair him with Yanzi Pierre. I mean, how do you keep both those guys off the field? It would be amazing if there's some sort of package where they can both be on the field at the same time. I don't know. That's up for Kane Wommack. But having Quay, who is an extraordinary athlete, along with Yanzi Pierre, is scary. The defense is healthy. All right. And like I said in the beginning of the video, do you think that they're clear backbone? Yeah, 100%. This team can hold the rope. And while they got to fix some things on offense, and I did actually speak to another source about someone in the coaching profession who's actually a current OC somewhere else in Division I. And I asked, this is regarding Ryan Grubb moving from the box to the sideline. And I was like, why would a coach do that late in the year? And he said exactly what Ryan Grubb said today during his press conference. He said to be closer with his players. It's easier to make corrections face-to-face to also showcase leadership. And I'll talk more about this on Wake Up Bama on Tuesday morning, but it's I like to see Ryan Grubb being proactive in this. He said it's something that's been on my mind and he wants to address it, right? Can't do the same thing again and again and expect different results. Anyways, all right. But hopefully the offense can kind of get out of this slumber, out of this slump. And if they're able to put it together with this defense, and if they're able to hold the rope and continue to play at this level of play, this is going to be a very challenging team. It's a hard team to beat. Oklahoma beat them. They gave them 3 turnovers, and Oklahoma beat them 23-21, okay? It's a very good football team. All right, so Wommack today, and I appreciate the question from the reporter, asked Wommack straight up about Arkansas, because I'll tell you what, there's a lot of coaches right now from Alabama, really 3, that have been mentioned as candidates, and I'll talk about that more on my podcast on Tuesday morning. Jamarcus Shepard, Colorado State, Oregon State. Ryan Grubb's been a name that's been mentioned, linked to Cal. I don't know if any of those go through. Like I explained, I think the Cal thing, I think Cal is all Tosh Lapoy, right? Now, Kane Wommack, programs are going to want him because of these statistics, because of his growth, because of the connections that Wommack has. I'm telling you, it seems like Wommack has coached and has relationships with everybody in college football, right? He has had the biggest glow up year over year out of probably anybody on the defensive side. So does this Arkansas things have legs? I think it does. I think Arkansas has him on its hot board. Like I do feel that maybe they have given him an interview or something's there. Now, Kane Wommack didn't want to address that. He wants to keep the focus on the Iron Bowl. I love that. I appreciate that. I did speak to another source, and they told me that while he is being targeted, they don't think that he's the guy. Again, I'm not a newsbreaker, but, I talk to people. Kane Wommack will eventually be another head football coach again. He was at South Alabama. It's in his blood. And if he has this defense rolling like they are and they do this into the playoffs, he's gonna be able to go to a big program. Maybe not this year, but next year, I don't know. But people calling Kane Wommack, and rightfully so. All right, so just want to do a video to showcase the Alabama defense because, they're playing wicked, and I think they need props. It's hard to play defense these days. It is, right? The whole college football game has changed, but they're improving. They're improving, and I love to see that defensive standard because you want to make Alabama football fans happy. Recruit well, play good defense, and the third, make field goals. That's another video. All right, love you, fam. Catch you guys maybe after the basketball game or definitely for Wake Up Bama at Tuesday morning right here on Bama Football on YouTube. See ya.